What is up, everybody? It's your host with the most, Nick, and we are back for another episode of Keep It Central, episode number 3, baby. We are on number 3, and we are still rolling. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I got a very special guest. We go way back. We graduated together in high school, and he's now doing great things outside once we graduated. And he's about to come on and tell you a little bit about himself and what he does. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to my good friend, Andrew Atkinson, baby. How you doing? Nice and comfortable, chill out. What's up, man? How you been?
What's up, man? Doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, of course, no problem. So, you want to explain to us what you do? What do you do?
Like everything? Or
what do you do right now to make money?
Okay. I
Let's just say
DJ.
that.
I DJ.
You DJ.
Yes.
You want to, go more in depth. Keep going.
Okay,
How did you get started?
All right. So I kind of grew up doing it.
Okay.
My dad started a DJ company back in 2005. And, he would take me out to weddings around probably the age of 13, 14. So I kind of started learning the ropes, slowly started learning the music. And then eventually I got sent out to my own events, and it kind of just took off from there. After I graduated, I started kind of learning the business side of things. So
Got you.
not only do I know the DJ side now I know the back end, prepping for events,
Got you.
getting everything ready, little stuff like that.
Yeah, something that you normally don't think of
Yeah.
when you go and you DJ. You just go there and think like, oh, I'm just going to DJ and then leave.
Exactly.
There's nothing like, oh, I don't do anything beforehand or I don't do anything after or anything within the business, right?
Yeah.
So you said your dad started the business, correct?
Correct, yes.
So he started it. So do you have other family members that DJ then, I'm assuming?
I have my little brother.
So your little brother
Yeah.
DJs. Do you have any other brothers or cousins or anything that DJ, or is it just your pretty much your family?
Pretty much. Okay, so we have, I think, about 16 DJs on staff.
Mm-hmm.
So of the 16, that involves my dad, myself, and my little brother. His name is Christian. And
Shout out Christian.
Yeah. Shout out to Christian. He's a freshman actually this year in high school.
What's up?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
For those of you guys that don't know, so he does DJ, he does weddings, events. So if you guys are looking for a DJ to help and do events or do weddings or whatever it is, give them a call, man. And I'll link them in the description.
GTE event group.
JTE. So before we get started on everything that I have planned, I asked you to bring something that represents you. So what I want to start doing, and last week we had Scatty come on, and we got this cool little shirt right here that he signed, one of his merch shirts. And I want to do that for every guest. So I asked every guest to bring something that kind of represents themselves, whether that's a merch or something that they love. That they can just bring or sign, so we can put up somewhere in the background so it doesn't look all plain and white like it does right now. So what did you bring?
I brought a hat.
You brought a hat, bro.
So this is a GTE hat.
Look at that puppy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good quality, too.
It has decks on the side, too.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Let's get a close-up, Nemo, on that. Look at that, baby.
Some
and
GTE merch.
Yeah, bro, 950 too, snapback.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, new era. Ooh, yeah, this is a good one. And for this episode, we're going to place it right there so you can get the full shot. So if you guys want to check them out, there it is right there, GTE, the event group right there. All DJs, or do you guys do anything else?
Photo booth, DJ, photo booth. We also do lighting. So if anyone, kind of like this, what you have in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we also have a photography/videography company as well.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. What does the GTE stand for?
So the name was originally Good Times Entertainment. And
that's a good name.
Yeah. But my dad wanted a franchise before COVID hit.
Okay.
And in order to do that, we needed to legally change the name because it was, it's something we can't franchise across, at least the state. So we tried coming up with some names, but we figured the easiest way was to actually abbreviate Good Times Entertainment. So that's how we got GTE Event Group.
Yeah, that's good marketing right there. So you say how long have you been DJing? Like, do you remember like the earliest memory?
Yeah, I was in River Park, and we were DJing for this fundraiser. I forgot what kind of fundraiser, but I was super small. I was probably like in 6th grade,
Oh dang!
and I remember
Starting off
being
young, man.
yeah. I remember being heckin' nervous, and it just ended up being a really good time. And I think the thing I remember most out of that wasn't the actual DJing portion. This was back in River Park when they had this place called like Chicken and Waffles or something. It was really cool.
Like country chicken and waffles.
No, it was something completely random and out of the blue. And
Really?
Yeah, so it was.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, so I
That's
remember
probably too young.
they were handing us chicken and waffles. It was the best thing. Ever. Pretty bomb.
See, so he didn't even really care about the DJ. He only cared about the food, man. Which, hey, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would. If it was chicken and waffles, I do love me some chicken and waffles, man. And I don't blame you for doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool. So your dad taught you?
Yeah.
Your dad taught. How long did it take you to kind of like master mixes and learn everything? Because it's not just, I don't know what are those called, the wiki.
Oh, the ones and twos.
Is that what it's called, or was it disc?
We call them decks.
Decks.
So you got like deck 1, deck 2. Normally deck 1's the left, deck 2's the right.
Okay, so how long did it take you to master everything? Well, probably not to master everything, but how long did it take you to kind of like get it going and actually start doing shows on your own?
I want to say probably about. So I started really young, so it probably took a little longer than most. I want to say about 3-4 years.
Oh
yeah,
wow!
So
and you started out 6th grade ish. And you kind of mastered it about freshman year then?
A little bit before.
A little bit before freshman
sometime
year?
during middle school.
Okay, so middle school and then going into high school.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's see here in my notes. I gotta look over notes because sometimes I don't even know where to go with it, and I just just notes. Who is your main inspiration when it comes to DJs? Is there like a favorite DJ that you like that sticks out to you, like DJ Khaled or like DJ Snake or something like that? Do you have like a favorite like DJ artist?
Yeah. Okay. So
producer?
I have 2. All right. So the first one, of course, I gotta say my dad. Props to him. He did an amazing job.
Smart man. Smart man.
I still got a lot to learn as a DJ, but that guy gave me the basics and really pushed me to learn it more. So shout out to my pops.
Yes, sir.
My second inspiration. Not really mainstream, but there's a DJ competition worldwide that's called the Goldies. And it's when DJs battle and see who's better at scratching and beat making and a combination of everything. See, he knows what I'm talking about.
Nemo's shaking his head. For those of you guys that don't know, if you haven't watched our episode with Nemo, it's our very first episode. He used to be a DJ. So he's shaking his head like, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so my second inspiration would be DJ Miles Medina, and he's the first ever Goldies champion.
Oh,
that guy is amazing. I definitely recommend checking him out.
Okay,
yeah,
maybe.
So.
Hey, look him up. He probably has YouTube, right? I would assume, or there's like YouTube videos on him.
He's a genius. He really makes music and art, or at least creates art out of music already made.
Now, when it comes to beat making or scratching or mixing up music, whether that's like collaborations between different songs that normally don't like go together.
Yeah.
What do you think are you the best at? Like, do you think yourself better at scratching more, or do you think better at mixing beats or making beats, or what do you think?
So scratching and beat making are extremely hard in my opinion. It takes so much work in actually knowing the song. I'm not really too good at those. Where I really do shine is the mixing portion because I do a lot of weddings, mostly weddings. Yeah. So, when people get married, normally it's 2 different backgrounds. Maybe it's someone with a Hispanic background and someone with maybe more, let's just say, just traditional background, So maybe one family grew up on classic rock and really mainstream music. Well, the Hispanic family grew up on cumbias or 90s hip hop, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Our job is to kind of combine the 2, make sure the music is flowing together and mixing in and out of each of them, so everyone feels involved
Yeah.
without sounding like an iPod. Just press and play.
Yeah, I got you. So nothing like you just plug your phone in on an aux and just let it roll on shuffle. You know that you got to actually try to mix between what everybody's feeling and try to make it into one.
Right. Yeah.
Got you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start on our first ever segment. So I got two segments. We did 2 segments with Scotty last time he was here. We did a Would You Rather and a truth or myth about cars. That video is actually been out, and so you need to go check that out and give us your opinion on how we did with that. So I'm bringing back one of the segments that we did,
Okay.
and I'm bringing a new one. So the first one we're going to do is Would You Rather. It's just simple and it's easy, and it's for a DJ, so it's a DJ edition of Would You Rather. And then the second one is a brand new one. I called it One Song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a list of events, so like wedding or a bar mitzvah or something like that, and he has to either name one or a multiple songs that will go well with the theme of whatever event he's at. And it may get a little tough, but I'm pretty sure he can do it knowing how many events he's done. Okay, so let's start with segment number 1, Would You Rather. We got about 12 of them, so sit back and just answer away.
All right.
And if you don't know, just say pass or I don't know on that one.
Okay.
So number 1, would you rather have powered speakers or passive speakers?
Powered or passive speakers? Passive.
You want to explain why, or explain what both of them are, if you know.
So
I believe I know, but I want you to say it because actually know.
You're referring to like actual like wireless versus wired, right?
Well, I was thinking more, at least when I was looking these up, because
Okay.
I didn't just come up with these on my own. I actually had to look these up and like think about it.
Okay.
But he explained it as, let's say you have 2 speakers.
Okay.
The powered speakers have amplifiers going to both.
Okay.
Passive is one amplifier splitting up into 2, so it's like
Gotcha.
more
Okay.
wires. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So I refer to that as something else called daisy chain.
Okay.
And essentially, what we do is we plug in one speaker and we take that speaker, plug into another one. So if we played like, Suavemente, it would go into that first one, then the next one, then the next one, versus just actually splitting them up from the original source.
Okay.
With that being said, we would prefer, I believe, powered.
Okay.
If it was in, if I'm saying the correct definition, which is where we split it up into 2 different sections, left and right.
Yeah.
'Cause normally on a song, let's just say you're listening to something in your headphones. Certain songs have like echoes that bounce in between ears.
Got you. Yeah.
Doing powered instead of passive allows you to hear that echo back and forth versus just one left side of that song or the right side of that song.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know if you knew because I read it and I was like, I don't know if he'll actually know this.
That was a tough one. That was an interesting one.
I don't know. I don't know if that made any sense to you. But okay. So number 2, would you rather DJ outside in a tent or inside a banquet hall?
Okay. It depends on the event. So, and the season. We live in the Central Valley.
Yeah.
So, like, in the summer, it's awful to DJ outside. Not only that, we risk the computers overheating.
Oh, that's another thing. I didn't even think about that.
So, if I had to choose one all year round, I would prefer inside. Not only that, most of the time, inside. Depends on the place. But, on top of it being nice inside, also the vocals tend to be a little bit closer together. Everyone's just closer. The music just sounds better.
Got you. Yeah, and I would agree with you on that inside of banquet hall because depending on the weather outside, as a DJ, I think I would be okay with doing it outside if it was nice weather, like beach weather. But if it's not, I'd probably just go inside. So I agree with you on that. All right. Would you rather? Okay, this is a good one. Would you rather deal with a bridezilla?
Oh man.
Or an arrogant drunk groom?
Okay. I hope I don't get in trouble.
Nemo. All right. I knew this was good. I was like, oh, this question could be a banger.
All right.
Say it. Say it.
That's tough. Okay. So, I don't mean no disrespect, but I'd rather probably deal with the groom because even if it's arrogant or prideful, normally grooms are easier to reason with versus, bridezilla, the term bridezilla, need everything specifically done this way, or else you're in pretty big trouble.
Yeah. She's not gonna
so
take no for an answer.
There's no room for negotiation with most bridezillas. You either do the job or they want a refund. Grooms, regardless of how mad or arrogant they may seem, normally there's at least a little more wiggle room to, just because we're guys, to
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, okay, I see that.
Yeah.
Got
So,
you.
that was a tough one, though.
All right, number 4. Would you rather a rainstorm in an outside wedding or a storm in an inside wedding? Now, see, that's kind of stupid. I was typing this out on my computer, my desktop, and I was like, that's a no-brainer. Like, why would you want to be outside in a storm? Right? Would you rather be inside? Like, and I think what it was, because I think I have a typo here, is a snowstorm.
Okay.
On an inside, so you're kind of barricaded in, so
Okay.
you can't really leave.
Gotcha.
I think that's what it was kind of meaning.
If that's the case, I would say inside because, being outside, even though if we're under something, we still risk the equipment getting damaged while setting up or tearing down, or just in general.
Yeah.
What if someone flips over the table or a speaker falls?
Yeah.
Just little stuff like that.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one was pretty no-brainer. This one, I think this one could be a good one.
Okay.
I don't know how great it could be, but it got some promise for this question. It's, would you rather have an open bar or a cash bar?
Okay. Open bar. Because, most of the time it depends. But if I just choose open bar because drinks are free, meaning the guests will get a little more loose, probably quickly or faster than a cash bar. No one wants to pay for alcohol the entire night, especially for sure. Like 6-7 hours. Versus open bar, grab as many drinks as you want.
But that can also lead to some drama and some danger, possibly.
Absolutely. So that's a tough question. There's pros and cons to both.
Yeah. I agree. So would you rather do an event for a country crowd or a hip hop crowd?
Hip hop all the way.
Dang, man.
So
I don't know about that one, man. I love my country songs, man. I love country, but I do like my hip hop though. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but I've been to some country weddings and they're pretty nice.
Both are cool. You can't complain.
It's just a preference.
Yeah. It's like so. Like as I said earlier, we have a lot of DJs on staff.
Yeah.
And we're all supposed to know pretty much every genre of music. But it's different growing up with a specific genre of music. So, for example, I do know a lot of country, but I grew up on the hip-hop side of things.
Yeah.
So, naturally, I'd probably lean more towards the hip-hop side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's just more of a preference. Yeah. And I would assume maybe because that mixed better, I would assume.
Yeah. I mean, you could mix a pretty good amount of country, but there's, of course, on the country side, definitely would be some just press plays, I know country has a lot of like slow song bangers.
Yeah.
Like Tennessee Whiskey. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Or just country line dances like Chattahoochee. Little stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next one. Would you drive 150 miles one way, meaning it's just like a one round trip for $1,500, $1,500 payday, or would you drive 50 miles doing the round trip for $500 payday?
150 miles. Yeah. And
so that means you're driving a total of 300 miles.
Yeah.
So 150 there, 150 back.
And we're talking right after the event, right?
So it's like the event. So like, let's say they give you an event time of 6 o'clock, right?
Okay.
And they say you're only going till 10.
Okay.
And that's the exact time you start, and that's the exact time you end, and you're getting a flat fee, $1,500, and that's for both ones.
Okay.
Which one would you choose?
I would. This is a tough one too. I would choose the 1,500, and here's why. So I would probably make the same amount coming from a business standpoint because let's just say it did start at 6. We have to travel there. We have to set up. And then perform, and then tear down, and it's probably hecka late by that time. So what we would probably do is use some of that money to stay overnight and then drive back. So
genius.
I would still probably be, losing some, but I think the profit would be about the same. I think it'd be worth it.
Oh, okay, cool. And I mean, it's probably cool to get that experience too if you got to stay overnight at wherever you decided to go.
Yeah, man. I actually got a few coming up.
Oh,
Yeah, Monterey, Santa Cruz.
Ooh, hey, your boy's traveling a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right. This one's good. This one may be a good one. I think this one's gonna be okay. Would you rather have 50 song requests constantly from someone or a multitude of people, or have a dead crowd the entire time?
That's tough.
Oh, it got juicy. It got hot in here. Oh boy.
So
I may have to drink a little bit of water here. I don't know about you guys, but
I highly dislike both of those. If I had to choose, I'd probably choose the guy that wants 50 song requests throughout the night, because you can always tell them later, give me a second.
Yeah.
Give me a second. And if they do keep bugging and you do have a crowd that's actually on the dance floor,
Yeah.
this is a little hack for anyone that wants to be a DJ.
Hey.
You know, let's just say it's a bad request and you're like, oh God, I can't play. This is gonna
Like
kill the
Baby
dance floor.
Shark.
Yeah, just what I like to do is make it obvious. So I'll scratch out the song I was playing. Be like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, right now we're gonna go ahead and play a request that's been requested quite often in the last couple minutes. So we're gonna
And put the guy on blast.
Yeah, or I won't put him on blast, but he'll know, like, okay, I should probably not do that. Or I'll have someone come up to me, you know, maybe the bride or groom, be like, hey, don't do any more requests. And I was like, okay, cool, gotcha. You know,
Hey, that's pretty good.
you're more likely to get away with things in that scenario versus
Gotcha.
a dead dance floor.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. This one may, if you're a DJ, you may understand about this. Get shorted $250
Okay.
or lose a gig one day before the event.
Lose a gig one day before the event. Here's why. So at least on our end, and this is something I think everyone should do. You know, when someone books us, we have a deposit down. You know, and that deposit's non-refundable, even the day before their wedding day, if they decide to cancel. So let's just say they did cancel, no problem. We basically just had that deposit down.
So you make a little bit, you
Yeah.
know?
Even though we technically lost that date because they decided to cancel, there's
Yeah.
no event anymore. At least we got something out of it. Versus $250 short, you know, it's like we didn't even get paid in full.
I got
That's my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. This one's a good one too. Sorry, hey, I was up late last night trying to figure out what can I ask him, and some of these that I saw, I was like, these are pretty good, and he may struggle with these, but
All right.
we'll see. I got about 3 more left.
Okay.
So let's keep it rolling. Have your mic die completely during an announcement,
Okay.
and there's no batteries, no nothing. You got to use your loud voice, right?
Okay.
Or have a lighting trust fall on the dance floor.
That's a tough one too.
Ooh, I'm liking these would you rathers, man. They're good.
Just
man.
fall on the dance floor or fall on someone.
Well, when I was doing them, it said with people on the dance floor,
okay.
so it kind of made it a little bit more like. Obviously, you're probably not going to go that because you don't want to have injuries.
Yeah.
But let's just say the dance floor was empty and
Okay.
it happened. It's still, either one is pretty embarrassing.
It's pretty.
kinda.
Both of them were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there wasn't any people on the dance floor, I would choose a light bar because you know, at least with a microphone, especially for weddings, you can still have the toasts. You can still announce the bride and groom as they're walking in. You know, do everything that needs to do leading up to this, just the dancing part.
Yeah.
Versus, like, if there were guests on the dance floor, I think I would bite the bullet and take the microphone. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a tricky.
Yeah, I know that.
Both are bad.
I was coming up with these, and I was like, dude, he may actually struggle with these because some of these I was thinking, I'm like, man, if I were a DJ, what would I do?
Yeah.
But I'm not a DJ, so I don't know. I was just making kind of like common sense stuff, you know, like
Yeah.
what would I do? You know, I don't know. Okay, couple left.
Okay.
End 2 hours early, or get out 2 hours early, or get out 2 hours later, but get paid $50. So either you end early or you stay later and you earned a little bit more cash on the side.
End early.
Wow, really?
Yes. And here's why. So 2 hours later, let's just say going back to the 6 to 10, right?
Yeah.
You know, so 2 hours later, that's 12 o'clock. And then, you know, let's just say this is just in Fresno. We still have to tear down. Got to go to storage, put the gear back, and then go home. But I'm probably going to be hungry by then, so I usually like to go to In-N-Out or Robertito's.
Dang, that's true. I
Yeah,
didn't even think about
for an extra
that.
$50? No, I'd rather in 2 hours.
What if it let me change it up. What if it's for $100?
$100? No.
What would $200?
Okay, then well, per hour. I do per hour.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, it didn't specify. It just said 2. So let's say the 2 hours was $100.
No.
And but I mean, like,
Oh, okay.
like for every hour you stay later, you get $100.
Oh. Okay, it depends on the event. Weddings, no. Something else, maybe. Yeah.
So it just depends.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of changed that up on you a little bit. All right. This one is the one that I was like, this one's gonna be the one that he struggles, and if he doesn't, I'm gonna be shocked.
All right, man.
Play Baby Shark for a 10-year-old boy.
Okay.
Or play Get Low by Little John for a 70-year-old woman.
This one's tough too, man.
Oh, we may have to do a part 2 to this, man. I'm looking at the timer, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, we're barely through the first segment, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're starting to run out of time a little bit. I'm like, part 2, probably.
Okay. Oh man, I would play it safe and say Baby Shark because you know you can make it look cute. Again, going back to the microphone.
Yeah.
All right, friends and family. I got this request. I noticed we had some adorable little kids out on the dance floor. This is shout out to you guys, and then bam. You know, kind of a little smoother into it versus playing like a twerk song for grandma. And grandma's like, what the heck is this?
But she requested it.
Oh, but she
requested it.
Absolutely. Heck yeah.
So you'd rather do that than play Baby Shark?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Grandma wants to get down.
I want to see that so bad. That would be so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right.
So moving on to segment number 2,
All right.
one song. So I got a list of events. So I got like weddings, stuff that DJs normally DJ at. And he's just gonna give me one song or even a multitude of songs that should be a part of that playlist, no matter what, or something that you always do either at a wedding or whatever event. Okay. So number one, we're gonna start off with the obvious one, a wedding, which is like one song that you got to have.
Cupid Shuffle. It's a good go-to.
That's a classic.
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, if you were performing at a bar or a club.
Bar or club, easy. Get Low, Lil Jon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3, a concert.
Concert. Okay. It depends on the concert, but
Let's say it's a country concert. Let's just say
concert. Okay. Is this before or after the event?
This is like.
Oh wait, you said bar. You said bar or concert?
Well, no. I just said bar/club.
Oh.
So bar/club.
That was the one before. Okay, concert. Country concert.
So like a country concert, and you're opening up for the artist, and then once like let's say you had artists that are coming before the main artist.
Yeah.
You do intermissions.
Okay.
In between, and it's just country music. What's one country song that you need to have?
Brooks and Dawn Boots, Scoot and Boogie.
I like that song. That's a good song. Alrighty. A holiday party. Let's say a Christmas party.
Okay.
What do you need? Think, Mr. DJ.
Beach Boys. Little Saint Nick. Oh wait, no. I think that's the one. Beach Boys.
You rather have that over Mariah Carey?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone hears Mariah Carey. No one thinks about the Beach Boys like Christmas songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like it's underrated, and like when people hear it, they know it, but it's not the first one that comes up in their mind. So like.
So it's kind of like a hidden banger in the back. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought you were gonna say Mariah Carey. But school dance. Let's say middle school dance.
Middle school dance. Teach me how to Dougie.
That's one that we grew up on. That's one that teach me.
Because middle school dances are tricky. You know, you gotta please the teachers.
Yeah.
And then you also gotta please the kids. Gotcha. And the kids want.
Yeah, they want. they want that.
You know what they want.
Yeah. They want adult stuff.
So like you gotta do your best to meet in the middle.
Got you.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be okay with that if that played. I would have been like, yeah, let's get down. Let's do it. Bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah.
What do you need?
That's a tough one because I've actually never done one. But
hey, hook your man up. First bar mitzvah.
I would say Bruno Mars. anything Bruno Mars, because Bruno Mars is a good mainstream go-to.
He's a good freaking artist, man.
Playing it safe.
He's great.
Yes.
A charity event.
Charity event.
That's like a fundraiser or a 5K run or something like that.
Fundraiser or 5K run. I would probably say. Let me see. What's a good? Thinking about a older song to cater to the older folks. Normally, you see a lot of them there at fundraisers. Probably like "Shook Me All Night Long" AC/DC.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, or
Man.
"Thunderstruck." You know, get them hyped up before their walk fundraiser or something.
Oh
like
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Got you. Pool party. What do you need?
Pool party. Oh man, this is it. Okay,
I have one that comes to my head, but I want you to hear yours
pool
first.
party. What demographic? Our age?
Well, just any age. Let's say it's family, like a family pool party. You, cousins, friends, whatever.
Okay.
So all ages.
So I like to cater to the family, especially if it's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So I would have to go with something by War, like Lowrider or Oye Como Va Satana.
Rider.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's one of those. Or this is a universal one. Hey Ya, Outcast. 1, 2, 3, 4.
My baby don't mess around. Yeah, that's a good one. One I was thinking of was "Party in the USA" by Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, that would be a good one
that's
too.
another
Everyone knows
good
that one.
Let's say college party.
College party.
So now we're getting into the college students.
All right. Yikin'. You know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
an
yeah.
easy one.
My friend Austin knows about that one. Birthday party.
Birthday party. Age.
Let's say 16.
16. Sweet 16. Oh, man.
So 16 birthday party. Or quinceañera.
Quinceañera? Oh, Selena. Bitty Bitty Bum Bum.
Oh, okay. Let's say a grad party.
Grad
Graduation.
Congratulations, Post Malone.
Ah, that's a good. I had that one from mine. I had that one from mine. That was a good one. Let's say it's a sporting event. So let's say you decided to, like baseball or like a football game
Okay. Baseball or football? I associate those with
or basketball.
classic rock. Oh, well, okay, those are two
Any,
different ones.
I mean any type of sporting event.
Okay. So a good safe go-to would be Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress. Have you ever seen Remember the Titans? Yeah, you know how they're playing it? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
a
safe
good
one. The old people like it.
The
younger folks know it 'cause of the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Last one, a funeral.
Oh,
What song you
snap.
playing?
I've never done a funeral, but like, I would. That's a hard one because you don't want anything too happy, but it's supposed to be like a celebration, you know. So
Yeah.
like, I would do really really chill, mellow stuff. That's so tough.
I'm trying to think of one because I don't even know what I would do if I was a DJing at a wedding. Or not at a wedding, but a funeral,
Oh man, that is.
celebrating someone's life.
I don't remember the time Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Or Man in the Mirror or something like that.
yeah,
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah.
That's cool. I would be like, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, so that concludes both of the segments. If you guys are looking for any songs to add to anything, or if you just wanted to know about DJs, or you wanted to become a DJ, now you know. Now you know some stuff on the back end. Just kind of take that information, soak it in, and use it to your advantage when you whatever you're doing. All right. So now we're gonna move on. How many events do you think you've done? And let's separate them by weddings. So how many weddings do you think you've done?
I've done at least a couple hundred weddings.
That's a lot.
I want to say this is tough, man. I will probably, on the safe side, at least 250 weddings.
That's a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Is there any story that sticks out in your mind, whether you got to DJ for a celebrity at a wedding, or you got to any crazy wedding story or any embarrassing moment?
There's been a couple crazy ones. Like I remember I was like 16 and we were at an event, and the dance floor was pretty popping. You know, everyone's having a great time. But it got wild because there's like 3 people that showed up in like inflatable dinosaur costumes out of nowhere. Like I think even the bride and groom were like, "What the heck?"
Like they didn't know who they were.
I don't know if they were wedding crashers or part of the wedding. I have no idea. But they went out on the dance floor and everyone went crazy.
Oh, like mosh pit crazy?
Yeah, it was insane, and it was out of the blue. I have no idea.
Oh, that's crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah, but see, that's one that sticks out. Let me see here. Man, there's so many crazy stories. I can't say all of them.
Is there an embarrassing story that like either someone messed up, something happened, something went wrong, and you're just like, oh, how do I get out of this? Like kind of like head scratching. Like, what do I do? Like,
so I accidentally said the groom's name wrong when I introduced the bride and groom.
Oh, that's like. You can't do that, like, at all.
Yeah. So like.
Oh, my.
This is when I first started. I think I was working in the office. Imagine, your wedding party's being announced one by one. And then you tell everyone to please stand. The music's quiet. Right before you play a song, let's give it up for blank, like John and Jane Doe, right? And then everyone's clapping. I had no idea I said the wrong name until I came up to the groom. And he's like, hey, brother, my name is Johnny, not John. I'm using a different name.
It's like that.
No. But they were close. It was completely different. So like basically saying Andrew instead of Andrea. Like it was a noticeable difference.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I was just using those names for an example. Like, bro, oh my God, it was so bad. It was bad.
Did anyone come up to you afterwards other than the groom that was like, yo, you said his name wrong?
No, but you can hear guests whispering like, hey, bro, I think he played the wrong song or said the groom's name wrong or and looking at me.
That must have been so embarrassing. Was it just you or did you have like a team with you?
I had an assistant with me playing the music while I was on the microphone.
Got you.
And when I came up to him, he's like, bro, you said the groom's name wrong. And I'm like, you're joking. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my.
Yeah. And I didn't use the actual names, but like just picture saying the groom's name completely differently.
Oh, yeah. That probably had to be really bad.
Dude, he was pretty heated, and it's one of those, especially being a DJ, it's one of those things you just got to roll through it, man. Like, cuz you can't let it get in your head. There's more things to do. So no matter how you're feeling, it doesn't matter. You got to be in the moment. You got to flow like water. So
yeah, got you. How many events have you done like scratch weddings out? How many events have you done? So like fundraisers or any of the events I listed other than weddings. Like, have you done any of those? Any parties? Any grad parties?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Grad parties, king says, sweet 16s, regular birthday parties, retirement parties.
Retirement parties.
Yeah. Yeah. Company holiday parties. We did one for the Raisin brand. Sunmade. We did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did one for Sunmade.
Oh, that's cool.
CHP, there quite a few events. I want to say at least like 350, 400.
So definitely more weddings.
Yeah.
More than the weddings. More events than actual weddings.
Correct. If we're going from like 14 to now, at least 350, 400 events.
You can answer this. I don't know if you're allowed to say this.
Okay.
What's the most you've ever been paid?
Oh, man.
Like just out of curiosity, because I don't know how much DJs make, but I know sometimes, depending on who it is, they can make quite a bit.
Yeah.
What's the most you've ever made in a one event?
One event.
Or, if it's a multitude, let's say if it's a wedding, you did the reception and you did the ceremony for whatever reason. Let's say you were just part of both.
Yeah, so...
Or something. Just whatever you made the most money out of.
Okay, so I work for a company, right?
Yeah.
This is a little tricky question because we get supplied the events, but we're paid as employees. So it's not just, hey, we'll do this much for $1,000. We take care... I work in the office, so I take care of these guys, meaning I make the timeline for them, of the order of how the wedding's going to go. I make sure all the songs are there for them, the names are pronounced correctly, the gear's ready to go, little stuff like that. Yeah. That takes a while. So there's upfront costs. But as a DJ, I actually just got a raise, so I think the biggest check I got for DJing was $500 for one event. So, and now imagine that consistently over the course of 1 month.
Yeah.
And especially in October, busiest time, 2 or 3 days out of a week. So that's pretty good.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You must be living pretty nice, brother.
I'm saving up for something.
Hey, look at the watch. Hey, show him the watch real quick. Nemo, do you like the watch, bro? Yeah.
If I could give, okay, listen. This was a gift. I do not like to spend my money at all. So
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't like spending money on yourself at all? You're just like, you know what? I deserve that.
I try not to.
Got you.
Because there's something huge that I want to buy soon. Insane, and no one my age is doing it, so fingers crossed it goes through. If it does, I'd be more than happy to tell you.
Are you able to say it on camera, or
I mean, I can't. Okay, so
what does DJ Drew want to buy?
a house,
You want to buy a house, dude? Like full blown, like
a new house.
buy your dang, bro. That's crazy, man.
It's all about saving, man, and investing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've invested quite a bit. I definitely put my savings away, and I only have like $500 in my checking at a time. I still live with my parents, so I pay them, and I just pretty much rent a room out of my house from them. So I get to save a good majority of my money.
Yeah.
But dang, buying a house, bro. How old are you?
I'm 20.
So you're 20. So you're my age.
Yeah.
What's your birthday?
February 12th.
You're older than me. Dang it.
Yeah.
He's
So
older
fingers
than me.
crossed. It's not.
That's
it's not through here,
crazy.
but dude, that is my goal.
How have you looked at some houses like around town?
Yeah, my mom's a realtor. We're on a list.
That's pretty useful.
Yeah. So, like I said, just whatever you want to do, make sure you save the money. That way you can invest and make it grow.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's a long-term game. That's all I got to do.
Yeah, investing.
Yeah.
It's an investing game, and you got to save up your money, and sometimes you gotta hold back. Maybe you don't need to go to McDonald's 3 times a week. Maybe you just need to go one, something like that. Or maybe you don't need to go out every day to eat, and maybe you just need to stay home and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know we went way over time because I saw that timer go off, and we went away. So we're gonna make a part 2 to this. But anyway, we're just gonna keep going.
Okay.
You told me something because I asked him before he came. I was like, yo. 2 questions.
Okay.
1, is there anything off limits?
Okay.
And 2, is there any cool stories that you have? Any DJing experiences that you would never forget?
Yeah.
He told me, he was like, no, we're all good. Anything you want to talk about, we'll talk about. But I do have one story. You want to tell me what that story is and look dead in the camera and tell them what you did.
All right.
Look right in the camera. Do it.
At age 16, I DJ'd for the VIP room of the 24 Karat Magic Bruno Mars tour at the Save Mart Center.
Yo, if that ain't an honor, like, I don't know what is. I mean, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it was dope.
And how old were you?
16.
He's 16 years old and DJing pretty much for Bruno Mars. Like, who does that? Like, no one just goes up and just like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna DJ for Bruno Mars. Like, bro, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
At 16, were you by yourself or did you have like people with you?
I had an assistant, but it was only because I couldn't drive. That was the only reason.
He's by himself at 16 years old on a Bruno Mars concert and DJing for him. Was this over the span of like a couple days or was it just like
Just
one day?
that one day.
I mean, but that's still pretty cool.
It
right?
was solid, dude. I was nervous. I was actually shaking, but like once you get started, it just rolls right through.
Really?
Yeah.
And so did you get to say like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Bruno Mars or something like that?
No. Okay. So I was praying to God I would see him walk in, but he didn't walk in. This is the VIP room.
Oh.
He didn't show up. And I've heard mixed things. Like some people do, some people don't. I was just bummed, but I ended up getting VIP tickets.
Oh, that's cool.
I got a 24 karat magic robe.
A robe?
Yeah, I got a robe, like a silk robe.
Like Versace silk robe?
They made it look like that.
They made it look like it,
but
though.
it wasn't Versace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
It's
it was
all right.
dope. It was dope. And then, of course, I was just there to kind of make sure people were enjoying themselves. I got up and danced a couple dances with them, like cha-cha slide, Cupid shuffle. Kind of kept it lively in there. So.
Oh, dang. That's pretty lit.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any other like celebrity that you got to meet or DJ for or like for some reason you met him at a wedding because they were related to somebody?
There's been a couple of times where you meet some pretty well-known people. Like we were at a fundraiser for multiple sclerosis. Oh, actually, no, this is hydrocephalus. It was a fundraiser to raise money, and Chad Mendez was there. And my dad actually has a photo with that guy. But like, yeah, we ended up seeing
the Chad
Mendez. It was dope.
Oh my gosh, Chad Mendes. That's UFC, right?
Yeah,
bro. If you guys don't know who Chad Mendes is, bro, look him up, man. That boy's crazy.
We were shocked, dude. It was fun.
So he just showed up, or was this like an event that like he?
I think he had a family member or a friend there, and he thought that he could just go help out, whether it be just his presence or just physically moving stuff, whatever the case may be.
I mean, dang, that's pretty cool.
It was dope.
What was that? That's all right. It was just something outside. I was like, I don't know what that was, bro. Oh, dang, what is going on out there, bro? Nemo, what's going on? It's a dog running. Oh, lit. It's a dog. Hope the dog don't get hit. I don't know. Sorry, squirrel. Out of the way.
Squirrel.
My bad. So let's get back into it a little bit. Just to maybe kind of wrap things up a tad bit. Do you have any advice, inspiration, words of wisdom for any people that want to, like, our age, want to do? So, like, saving for a house. Obviously, people at age of 20, aren't buying their houses right out the gate. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a little bit of time. Usually, people, either when they get married or when they actually get a good job and they start, really saving up and getting in their careers, then they would buy a house later on. But even then, I mean, it's not till like 20, I would say about 26, 27, you start maybe trying to figure out buying a house. But at the age of 20, I mean, that's pretty nuts. I mean, can you 20 years old and you have your own house to yourself? I mean, that's pretty dope. So do you have any words of wisdom to live by, or advice or inspiration at all that you want to tell any content creators or anyone that wants to DJ or anyone that wants to start a podcast, anything that like a good mindset motivator?
Yeah. So, well, fingers crossed on the house. Still.
Yeah, obviously fingers crossed. But I hope it goes through for you, bro. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah. If I had to give people that want to do anything special or are interested in something and starting it, do it. There's going to be a lot of people that disagree or are going to tell you, what if this happens? What if that happens? Go against the grain. Don't take it personally. And you're going to be motivated to do it. But what's going to keep you going is the dedication and the mindset of, I have to do this. I'm
Absolutely.
going to do this. The motivation is only going to be there for so long. The dedication is what keeps you there and keeps you growing. So that's what I got to tell everyone. Go against the grain. So
Gotcha. So go against, pretty much believe in yourself. Don't doubt yourself. And then I would say, just kind of go off of what you're saying. Believe in yourself. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you believe it, you can achieve it. I mean, that's a saying that's been around for a while. We said this last week, and I want to reiterate this because Alec, he put out a good word, and he said, always have the mindset of being number one and not number two, because if you automatically put yourself in competition with people that are better than you, you're not going to be better than them, because you automatically think you're better, or that they're better than you, so you're going to be behind them. But have the mindset, no, I'm better than that guy. No, I am number one, and I'm going to prove it to you to be number one. And I think, and I said it last week, if you think yourself as second fiddle, you're going to be second fiddle. I would say that's a good word of wisdom to live by. And I kind of want to read it at that point because it's so very true, that some people are just scared to make that first take into something, that first step into something that they want to do, whether that's start a podcast or create or do whatever, maybe start DJing or whatever the case may be. Go against, pretty much what he said, go against the grain. Don't let anything stand in your way of what you want to accomplish in your dreams. And love on those that support you through it. Absolutely, that's key as well.
I promise you can make it through it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
If you, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And that's 100% the truth, man. So Andrew, thank you. DJ Drew. I'm going to call you DJ Drew because DJ Drew, that's your name. So DJ Drew, thank you for coming on this episode of Keep It Central. Once again, I'm going to link his, do you have like a YouTube at all or?
Yeah, we have a company Instagram. That would probably be the easiest.
Okay,
and
company
then,
Instagram.
We could add mine too.
Okay, yeah. So I'll add their company Instagram. Just GTE. Yeah. So GTE right here, baby. Get a nice another little close up right there. That beautiful hat. So I'm gonna link their group in the description for their Instagram, and then I'm going to link his Instagram also in the description as well, so you can go support your boy. So if you are looking, if you're recently and you're getting married or you got an event coming up and you really need a DJ, put on a show, hire your guy, man. He obviously he's Bruno Mars, man. It's Bruno Mars. And he's at 16 years old. Come on, bro. Like he knows what he's doing. Definitely support your boy. Obviously, I'm gonna link my boy Nehemiah, obviously, because he's my guy. He makes everything possible for me to do what I do, and so I'm always gonna put his on the bottom. And then go follow me on Instagram as well for behind the scenes looks and when we're done shooting and polls and whatever I decide to put out. Go ahead and follow me for that as well. Thank you one more time. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure and a blessing to have you on. Keep It Central. We're going. Latest video will be right over where Andrew is, somewhere down in this area. And then over here is where you can subscribe, somewhere right here. And that's going to do it for this episode of Keep It Central, ladies and gentlemen.